Hi guys, welcome. Sctlnk here, and we're off for more of the Nerd Herd, this weekly news segment. This just in, we have the latest schedule for this week, as well as a few other bits that have happened for the previous week in gaming, which is, well, as you know, E3. Pretty much wrapped up at this point. So, we're going to be talking about that right after we get into the schedule. So, we have co-hosts, Master Aaron.
Hello.
Kazu Sake. Kazu,
Hello.
I'm so used to saying your old name.
Just Kazu is fine.
I know, I should know this. Drop the A. Kazu, and then we have SuperLINKARIO.
Hello, it's me.
And the Wilfons.
Hi.
A bit of ASMR right there. But that is not all that we have today, because in fact we have a new member of the herd. Would you introduce and reveal yourself, please?
Hello, everyone, and Kapandaman.
Yeah, so Kapandaman is the newest member of the herd. A drum roll, and we forgot to. And
Drum roll post reveal, please.
Yeah.
Meryl says, nice avatar. So, yes, since, unfortunately, I'm not going to be available for the majority of the week, I'll try to hang in chat at least, Kazu Sake will take over the schedule, and then we'll get into some of the recent gaming news, the last half of the
John,
You did it again, Sean.
Kazu
Yeah,
Sake.
So Kazu, think Kazu. That like
Change your YouTube name, then.
Imagine using YouTube.
That's our archive.
Yeah, that's
Anyway.
the thing. Change it.
Anyways,
Yeah, change your YouTube.
my
memes
apologies.
memes and musical shenanigans aside. Hello. This week we're only going to have the two scheduled streams once again. Wednesday is our regular Pixelmon session. I know for a fact that I'll be there. I presume Georgina will be there because I don't think you've missed one.
I tried to do it yesterday, but with the crane game, and yeah, my computer was running like a slug.
Yeah, that was a surprise
it's
Sunday
an
stream,
HDD
that
computer. I did manage to show off everything else though, including like the mall and stuff. So with all the special Pokemon and the is it the creation chest? Yeah, I think it's the creation chest.
Yeah.
Pokemon, which I really want that Wolflink, Lycanroc, which you can only get through the creation chest.
Pog. So yes, Wednesday is our regularly scheduled Pixelmon session, and Friday for our mix-up game, we're going to be playing Totally Accurate Battlegrounds, a very, very physics-based battle royale.
It's jank physics.
It's if you've ever seen those videos of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator,
I think it's made in the same engine, isn't it?
it's the same engine.
Yeah.
So if you've seen those videos of the crazy, hitting the crap out of each other and fighting to the death because the engines told them to, it's that. But what if it was a first-person shooter battle royale? That's it. That's the game.
Gangster mode.
It's stupid physics, and it has a gangster button. So it's good. That's what it is. It's good.
Fucking hell. Really?
I always have the props, man. I always have the props.
Ironically, the gangster button does turn your gun sideways. That's part of the joke.
But it does give an audio thing, so it lets everyone know where you are.
You start beatboxing. It's great. Both when me and Sean were testing it and playing together, we were both constantly doing it. We couldn't stop it.
And then we die.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. That kind of just about covers what we're doing for the week in terms of schedule.
That was incredible.
If we have other streams pop up during the week, or whether one of us looks at the day and goes, "I fancy streaming," and then just boots up the channel, that's fine. You'll see it on the social medias.
Probably on a Sunday.
I mean, Sunday seems to be the common one because I had a surprise Sunday Strive session,
And then we had
Pixelmon. So did I.
Then we had Pixelmon. So yeah,
I think I might have to try again with the crane game. Unfortunately, I might have to do it again on a Sunday.
You could host the next one.
I don't know about Sunday.
keep your beads on the social medias, and you'll see whenever we go live. And or keep your beads, your eyes.
Oh,
Beady
beads. Yeah, exactly. Beady eyes.
Yeah.
Special
I thought-
Rin in chat is commenting saying, the Battlegrounds is supposed to be jank, a new VTuber. And he'll probably be there as well for the Pixelmon as well.
That could be either for Pixelmon or Tab. Either or.
Tab.
Regardless, that kind of covers what we're doing for the week. So on to the more important segment of the day.
Yeah.
No. Sctlnk, Sean, I'll let you take it away for that.
Meryl.
No.
He'd be up for Tab as well.
Let's go.
So, yes. So the major thing was that, well, Capcom.
Oh, who's this?
Swerve. I didn't watch the Capcom one. Does anyone? Did anyone watch the
missed
Capcom
it.
I can cover the Capcom one in about 2 sentences.
Oh.
Step 1, Resident Evil 8 DLC. Step 2, the same Monster Hunter Stories 2 trailer that we got in Summer Games Fest.
Yeah, so we already saw that, really. I think we
I
covered
didn't
that
watch the
during.
Capcom.
There's more Street Fighter tournaments. That's it. Welcome to Capcom. Goodbye.
I've been all of it, surely.
Yes. Yes,
like
it was.
As you said, like we've already covered the Summerfest, like actually all the way through it, as well as going over what was announced on the first half of E3 last this just in with Meryl. In this case, yeah, the main one, enough swerving, was Nintendo, and of course they knocked it out of the park.
And they weren't allowed.
I said after the Capcom show, all Nintendo had to do to win E3 was reveal a Smash character, regardless of who it was.
And that was guaranteed.
It could have been like Chibi Robo or like...
That would actually be really interesting, but I think...
Another Fire Emblem character.
Oh god, no, please,
Yes,
no.
another one.
No.
Not Fire Emblem.
Add Bernie.
I'm gonna steal the thunder here because the new Smash character is one of my boys. He's a fighting game character.
Yep.
We're getting Kazuya from Tekken.
Name appropriate.
So Kazu will now be naming Kazu.
Yep.
I can't play Tekken, so probably not.
I think they're going through the same route as how they did with
Terry.
with both Terry and Ryu. Keep the usual fighting style for that character in the same control manner, or you can play him like a Smash character.
But someone has actually pointed out, not from the Nerd Herd, but I saw someone on Twitter point out that both season passes have been quite formulaic.
Oh yeah, there was that. That was their
Yeah,
picture where it's like the first character is like, and
Very-
second character it was like
The second character
saying there was a similar thing between each one, like the duo, that being Banjo-Kazooie in the first pack and then Mithra and Pyra in the second.
Yeah, and then the recent one was well, obviously it's Kazuya, but it's also, I think,
Terry.
Yeah, because Terry was in
No,
the
it's
first pack.
Terry. That's
So that's the obligatory other.
And the fighting
tournament
game character.
so
Right,
it's
yeah.
it's probably going to be guaranteed in the last one. It's sort of
Or just Fire Emblem.
Or just
Well,
Fire
they are
Emblem.
on about doing about 5 or 6 passes for it. Aren't they?
God, could they just keep on making the roster bigger and bigger?
Well, they
They've
could come
not-
they don't have to
they've-
make another Smash game. Realistically, they could just
They've
add
not
more
announced.
to it.
They've not announced any more passes, so they're just like
Yeah,
at the
plus
moment.
Sakurai did mention that he's thinking
Can,
about...
can we
the
can we
time.
let the man have a nap?
Yeah.
For the love of God.
Well, I
Sakurai
wouldn't
needs to
mind a sequel or a reboot, a remake of Kid Icarus Uprising, because that series has only got 3 games, and the latest game was at the launch of the 3DS.
Unfortunately, Kid Icarus isn't Kirby, so no.
Yeah, but he made it. And he's not involved in Kirby anymore. He just makes the hats for Smash.
But Kirby is his perfect boy.
I know.
Smash featuring
If you-
Dante from Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what
so,
if that
like,
happens? He's technically like he could be one.
A sword character.
Oh, yeah.
make the dream come true.
Which Dante would it be though?
I'm honestly hella glad we got Kazuya. Frankly, the other rumors, like Kazuya fits the game a lot better than those two. The 2 rumors that I'd heard, like regularly, was Crash and Doom
Oh, yeah.
Guy.
Yeah, but imagine
I was
that
hearing
Doom guy.
Goku.
Yeah, but
People
Yeah.
still,
saying
you...
Goku.
yeah, but
Fresh.
Goku wasn't ever going to happen because Sakurai
No.
himself said the rule is they are originally from a game,
yeah.
whereas Goku began in anime.
yeah.
That's true.
That is
I
the
mean-
hard.
Goku
That is
became-
literally the
Goku
one hard
began
rule.
in a manga, actually.
Yeah,
Not an
that's not
anime.
a game though.
I mean,
Yeah.
considering that Sean wanted Rayman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want Rayman.
That would have
I
been
mean,
funny,
Rayman.
actually.
if Rayman can't be in Smash, give me Rayman 4.
If Rayman
didn't.
can't be in Smash, go and play Brawlhalla, you coward. Because Rayman's in Brawlhalla.
Yeah, instead we get actually that's a perfect segue talking about Ubisoft and Rayman, because we didn't get Rayman, we got yet more Rabbids. We got Mario and Rabbids. What's the name of it called again?
Mario and Rabbids. No, I can't
It's
remember
the
name.
one that
It's
Nintendo
isn't it?
accidentally leaked before their own program.
Christ,
they
this
did
was
that-
Mario
they
and
also did
Rabbids,
that with
which is
Mario-
going to be inaccessible.
Wait. Didn't they also do that with Mario Colors? Paper Mario Colors?
No, they
They did the
just
same
released
thing.
a trailer for Origami King around E3 time because
No, I know, but they
did.
did release it by mistake, and they had to sort of reel it back in and then release it on this official date. That's Paper Mario Colors, I'm sure, because I saw a video on it.
You mean Color Splash?
Oh, it's called
Yeah,
Mario
Colour
Rabbids
Splash.
Sparks of Hope. I had to look it up.
Yeah, I'm just doing it same.
You guys remember the name of the other Rabbids game?
Well, the first one's Kingdom Battle, but that had DK
Excuse
DLC.
me.
Put you in
Really?
Rivals
Wow.
Rivals of FIFA.
Oh, we need to. When do we?
Let's catch up
Get
with
to
chat
through.
for a second here. Social Fox Rin. Honestly, if it was a tactics game character or a Disgaea character,
Ooh,
'cause Disgaea's
yeah,
getting a
a Disgaea character would be great. Oh, like each pro tag has been completely different from the last, so any of the pro tags would be viable.
Switch.
If-
The sixth one is Switch exclusive at the moment.
Yeah, I'm tempted to pick it up if I ever had money.
A bonk
But-
random Switch with Danganronpa's coming to Switch. Yeah, we forgot about that.
Oh yeah, it's Danganronpa. Dangan what's it?
That's a
more
collection,
importantly.
isn't it?
It's yeah. So that so
Yeah.
you can buy them separately or as the collection. It's Danganronpa 1, 2, 3,
Oh, yeah.
and a new game which is an expansion for the after-game content from 3.
Yeah,
turned
because they
into a
said that
whole game.
all games are physical on one cartridge, hopefully.
Probably not.
Yeah, well,
It'll
then you
probably-
might just
if you
get them all
buy the-
4 downloaded.
You'll get like 4 cartridges, I guess. That would make the most sense.
That'd be very
Or
expensive.
if they could squeeze all of them. Well, no, 'cause
Sounds
it-
like
They should be
it's-
able to. You can get Witcher 3 with all
what?
DLC on one cartridge. Come on.
yeah, but yeah, you're right. And Danganronpa's not exactly a big game.
No, I mean, they could have done it
Yeah.
with Mega Man, but they didn't. So until
But
ZX came.
I blame Capcom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back to Capcom. God damn it. One game, one cartridge, download the rest. But we might as well just get them all separately downloaded then, if that's the case, Meryl.
It was like Spyro.
Oh, I
supposed to be
don't
like the
want to
Resident
talk
Evil
about stuff
packs.
like that.
Well, it was also like Spyro back then.
Oh yeah, on the PS4. Yeah, but now you can get them all on one disc. They did a reprint, but they don't tell you that. The case looks exactly the same. You have to look at the disc itself. Anyways, what's the next biggest hitter, which I think the Wilfons and I and maybe even Kapandaman are probably hyped up talking about.
What do you mean? We've already talked about rabbits.
No,
We've already discussed rabbits. Nothing else was discussed.
Oh yeah, that was the whole direct, and that was leaked before.
Yeah. That was it.
That's all about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
they,
next time, folks.
they announced we're getting Rabbids for Smash.
I'm just actually
weird
gonna
would that
upload
be?
right
we
now.
already have
I've
a
actually got it
rabbit
up right now.
costume for Smash.
No, I doubt it's cancelled as.
Right, I've just got the direct up now, and I'm just seeing what they've actually got. They've actually got Guardians of the Galaxy coming to Switch. They've also got a new Worms, and they've also got like a free giveaway. But as long as you have, even if you don't have the game, you can still get it, even when you do eventually get the game. That's another thing. So I'm
Mario
just
Golf Super
calling
Rush,
out
but we
a
already
few.
knew that was coming out, so.
Yeah, there's 2 Point University or college.
2 Point Campus.
That's it,
Campus.
that's
Yeah,
it.
that didn't strike me very well.
No.
2 Point Hospital was like an attempt at reclaiming, pardon me, like reclaiming that glory of old school Oh, Theme Hospital. That's
Yeah,
the
Theme
one.
Hospital, yeah.
Yeah, the graphic style just
Please,
looks
funny that.
mobile phone like. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, and then like 2 Point Hospital itself did okay, but 2 Point Campus just looks like a mishmash of other things. Like it looks like
Yeah.
they've attempted to do like 2 Point Castle, 2 Point Science, and like 3 or 4 other tiny ones, and gone. We just need an excuse to throw them together and just campus,
big
university,
or just do a collection.
Yeah.
Because everyone
Right,
seems to
they've
be doing those these
also-
days.
Right. Just
Anyway.
throwing a few more titles out there. They've got the 20th anniversary Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
a collection
Oh,
of
yeah.
all the Pokeballs.
This should have been obvious,
Yeah.
wasn't it, really?
Yeah.
Because we both
And they've also
immediately
got
assumed it was
actually
Donkey
you might
Kong,
want to talk about this,
just 'cause we
Sean,
saw
about
bananas.
the
We didn't see the orbs.
what was it about? Hang on. It says Mario Party Superstars.
Yes,
Hey!
let's talk about that next. We'll save the big hitter
Yeah.
for later. With the
Yeah.
big hitters for later. So Mario, basically, it's Super Mario the top 100 with the boards that everybody wanted to begin with.
Yeah.
Basically, you've got like boards from the first 3 Mario parties. I think you've got 1 board from Super Mario Party 4. Online is built into it, and it's the usual gameplay that you come to expect from Mario Party.
I would expect most boards would be from Mario Party 2, like Horrorland, Space. Well, they have announced that Spaceland.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Mario Party 2 was the best out of the N64
So they got
trilogy.
about 5 boards from the 64 titles, as well as 100 from the entire series. Maybe from the DS game, because I swear I saw a DS game in there. A DS minigame.
Yeah,
They
it's
might
like,
have done.
yeah, but, wait, how can that be? Because the Switch doesn't technically have a microphone. Well, I guess I wouldn't
not a
include those kind of,
microphone
yeah.
game.
They'll include
Just
microphone
something
games
that's
now.
very simple that would just like the deep.
Oh no! Here we go. We're gonna get the old phone app again. To play the microphone games, use the phone app.
Oh, I mean, that would be a good use for the app for once.
No,
otherwise we use
it wouldn't.
Discord.
Yeah.
Um,
I think that's going to be a lot better for us because obviously we're built in straight away. With the problem we've been having with Super Mario Party, it's going to be a hell of a lot better to play that online than it would
I
be
would have played
that
it
one.
back then, but the right Joy-Con just didn't work.
yeah,
The
I've got a problem
Z-
with that.
Yeah, the SL and SR buttons just didn't respond.
I think if it's from a different region, like we're all from UK, so we're fine. But it's
Yeah.
like when Blue were joining, it's because he hasn't got any internet. Sorry, Blue, and he's from USA. It could be the reason why we're having so much trouble.
Yeah, it also happened
also
with me and
Shadowbones.
Shadowbones and Slayer for my channel's 8th anniversary because we got to the final turn and then it cut out, and that was the end because you can't pick it back up. They did
No.
specify that it does save every other turn while they were talking about the online features of Mario Party Superstars. So I would assume that they built that with online in mind, while as with Super Mario Party, that just came as a patch. They just slapped it on top without much thought, which is the
Maybe
problem.
going, let's see if this works. Oh well, it does,
Ish.
kinda. It
If you
works
can
if
do
you're
a
in the
10
same
turn
region and
game
the same
without
region,
issues, my phone will
location.
Let's mute that. And it has been muted.
What have you done?
That's all right.
It just
Are
went
you
beep. I just
are
got a
you doing the
notification.
trailer? Are you showing the trailer off?
No. I've got it up. I've got the videos up just in case. It's just, don't know if I want to risk it
I would suggest no.
because it's Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo.
And they
Yeah,
did
very-
specify
yeah.
that they didn't really want a lot of people sharing theirs unless you are registered
I-
with
they-
E3 to co-host.
I
Even
think-
after the fact, they went a little bit beyond, but I can see why.
I think it was actually outright banned in Japan.
Probably.
I think if you're an ambassador for Nintendo, you should be alright because a lot of people on Twitch and YouTube are ambassadors for them.
Yeah, that's not really
They can
much of an
actually show
ambassador
stuff out.
program though, because it's like if you are affiliated with Nintendo, that's fine, or if you're with press. Other than that, though, probably not.
We are not press. We do not show the trailers. We do not we pass go and we keep our $200 $.
Yeah, I mean, just speaking with Nintendo, having Nintendo in the title alone should be more than enough for people to get hyped about what we're talking about. I could show like maybe a screenshot of something.
do
which,
not.
um,
Do not.
No.
Do not.
I will not.
I
not.
don't.
Do not
We do
pass
not want to
go.
get a thing.
Right.
Don't want to get a claim.
Celestial Fox Rin mentions the physical Doki Doki Literature Club Plus remake. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about
Right.
a
There's
bit
also
more
Monster Hunter Stories
crazy?
2: Wings of Ruin.
Oh yes, that I mentioned that we saw at the Summer Game Show and that we saw in Capcom, the exact same trailer 5 days apart. It's also coming to Switch, so we saw it 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Time for one of the big hitters now. What I was leading up to before, because it's mentioned in chat. Metroid Dread.
You mean my dried bread?
Don't
Nice,
take
nice.
the mic.
Awesome. My dried. Brilliant.
Will, do you want to
My
start with that?
Where do I start? Because I could gush for hours about Metroid. So first of all, I'm not happy because they didn't announce the Metroid Prime trilogy for the Switch, and therefore we have to boycott Nintendo like right now. But also, I'm incredibly happy with the fact that we got a new Metroid game like 19 years after Fusion came out, seems to be like pretty much a continuation, which I'm looking forward to. I want to know where Samus goes after Fusion when she eats all the chicken nuggets and disappears somewhere.
Oh bloody hell!
But
See,
I can't wait for it.
the thing is that all that it's like they specified that there wasn't going to be anything to Metroid Prime 4, and understandable because even though they teased it with just a logo at the Switch's launch was about 4 to 5 years ago by now, they restarted development literally 2.5 years ago. So fair enough, they're reworking it. They specified that there will be no Metroid Prime news. I burn my
Tell
dreads.
Kazu he'll
Tell
get that
Kazu who'll
joke.
get that joke.
I'm being persona'd, I see.
But-
For reference, as you might see a lot of Metroid Persona crossover art, as I've seen, because "Burn My Dread" is a song from Persona 3.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because it's like, yeah.
It's a good song, and I will throw hands at anyone who says otherwise.
You're right there,
But-
man.
But here's the thing: they said no Metroid Prime, and then the first thing you pretty much see text-wise is Metroid 5, and that's a big thing because it's the core Metroid series. All the other games are like inserts of the main plot, especially the Prime games. They take place between Zero Mission and 2. But yeah, this is literally beyond Fusion. We're finally pushing the story forward. As William said, we want to know what happens after the fact. I'm loving the suit design. It's like her ruined power suit in the events of Fusion made it the Fusion suit is now is like halfway repaired. There's still some elements of the strips from the Fusion suit, but it's like it's in the midst of repair. You got like the yellow bits replaced with the white bits, and the more skeletal structure of the suit is back. But then you've got the shoulder pads, which look completely different, which could be new tech or something. Which, and again, I'm loving the new suit. It's the Fusion suit you're not supposed to like. Like in terms of aesthetics, and this is like getting a suit back, and I'm pretty sure I saw a Chozo in the trailers.
You did. That was very clearly a Chozo there, which begs the question: where the hell are they if the Chozo have been dead for like all these years? Like, which by the way isn't really a spoiler; it's pretty much stated. Like, where the hell are they? Because the whole thing about the Chozo, that they have like a reach pretty much over the whole of the world, like whole of the universe, pretty much.
Yeah.
And there are tons. If you've played Metroid Prime, you'll know that, like, and again, this isn't really a spoiler for Prime. They're basically beyond the universe, and it's interesting to know how far their reach goes. That there's even like statues in this other place. You know, I don't know. I'm interested to see where they take it, because Fusion left a lot of questions unanswered and pretty much opened a whole new door for where the story can go. So I'm interested to see what's up with the robot and where she is specifically, and why the Chozo have their finger in this pie, because they usually only go to places that have
you say
cultural
she. It's
significance.
actually Emmy, isn't it? It's EMMI, isn't it?
She is in Samus.
No, you saying? I say in
What?
the robot. You said she.
Oh no, I'm talking about Samus.
Ah, okay, fair.
Yeah, the robot
Well,
is
the
just a
robot
robot,
is-
as far as we're aware.
The
Yes,
robot
I know.
is EMMI abbreviated, so it's Emmy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think, well, obviously that Chozo must be responsible for repairing Samus's power suit, which is awesome, but obviously, obviously something must have happened between Fusion and that, because, I mean, the suit doesn't have any of the orange from when she absorbed the SAX parasite, and what I'm thinking of is that when you finish Fusion, you have some things that were in quarantine in the station, but what if they got infected? Did the X still technically exist? Can Samus still absorb them? Does she still have some Metroid DNA within her? That's a
Aaron will
question.
say
Say, I think I saw a tweet saying that the X parasite is.
That could be the case then. I never knew this.
I never
I
knew.
don't want to be very careful with spoilers because people might really want to play this because I'm just going to say this now. If there's anyone watching who wants to play through Metroid, there is a order you play Metroid games in, and the order is usually ignore other M. That's it.
I mean,
Ignore
you
other
technically
M.
can,
Basically, don't play that
because
game.
the next one in the series would be, because it takes place surprisingly in between Super Metroid and Fusion, which is Metroid 3 and 4. Because it takes place immediately after Super Metroid, and stuff that appears in Other M should lead to 4, but obviously 4 got released first, so Fusion has stuff that is hinted at, and you find that out in Other M, but you can just watch Other M, even though it's not good as a movie either. I like that. Other M's got good gameplay. That's the only thing I can say about it. It's a good game despite what people believe.
Yeah.
Well,
I
the
actually
whole
want to play it.
story of the
No,
whole
but
story of why everything's there is in Fusion. Like, it tells you why the robot called Nightmare is in Fusion. It kind of the context clues of the situation, and your assistant, who I won't name, basically tells you that as well. Wait, no, the assistant's name. Anyway, yeah. So like, you don't really need to play Other M, and I'm only saying this because I hate Other M, and I really wish people would stop playing it because it's an awful game made by people who didn't know how to make Samus, and it makes me angry. It makes me baby rage.
Isn't Other M the one with Cortana in it?
No.
Well, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
it
yeah,
might
I
as
know what you
well.
mean, I
It
know
might
what
as
you
well
mean,
be
yeah.
at this
The
point.
baby.
Yeah.
The baby.
Yeah, the real if you want to play through Metroid, the kind of running order is play Zero Mission and not the original NES Metroid,
Oh, no.
because the original NES Metroid kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Play Samus Returns after that. Then
That's the 3DS one that came out a couple years back.
then play Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3. Then go to Super Metroid. Then you go to Fusion, and then you play the other one. So you've not got what Zelda has, which is 20
30,000
games
timelines.
and yeah, and a whole other timelined game that you can play. There's like 5 games, and if you
could
can get
just
over the
play
fact
numbered
you
games
go
and
from
get
like
away with it, to be honest.
yeah, I mean, if you can get over the fact you have to play a Game Boy Advance game, then go to a 3DS game, then like pretty much go back to a Game Boy Advance game, you're in for a good time. Metroid is really good, and I gush about it a lot because.
I mean, in my case, I'm a Final Fantasy V fan, so all I have is the Game Boy game. So I
And
feel
Pixel
your pain.
Remaster.
Yeah.
I don't think it fits anywhere, to be fair, that one.
But
You think
yeah,
Headless
um,
Hyrule fits in that
Endless.
timeline? Really?
I don't think it does, actually.
He thinks, I wonder where Cadence of Hyrule fits in that timeline. I think that's nothing to do with Metroid.
No, he's on about...
no, I
Well,
meant,
the
it meant the
Zelda
Zelda
comment.
timeline.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
actually, Cadence of Hyrule is canon to Metroid, but it's that far before Metroid. No one cares.
Okay.
All right, I see what you're doing.
Okay.
Right, so
Okay.
all we got to do
I'm
is get
frankly
Captain
impressed you
Microdancer
took me
and modify it to
seriously
be
for
Metroid,
more than
right?
half a second there.
Right, shall we move on to something?
Have we got any
a
more
little
titles we
bit
can
more
look at?
crazy?
Right, I
Well,
think I
talking about
found-
Game Boy Advance games,
Right.
does anyone remember Advanced Wars?
Yes,
Yes,
I remember this. This is so
So
good.
they announced they basically remade the first 2 from GBA.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I remember playing the original on Game Boy. It was like one of the games I was kind of handed because it kind of looked a bit crap, and like I was just handed it because a friend of mine was like, "It doesn't look that good. You can borrow it and play it." And I was like, "Okay." And when it started, it was like, "Oh, this isn't very interesting." And then all of a sudden, I found myself hooked and playing through most of it, and I got stuck in the last boss. But it was really good.
That's
I remember
a
it being a lot
mood,
of
I
fun.
swear.
I saw the gameplay,
This
and I'm
is
like, Fire
rather.
Emblem?
Oh no, it's nothing like it.
But
No.
The similarities between the two end at the fact that it is a grid-based, turn-based strategy game.
that's the first thing I saw, and I'm like,
That's
but
where
I
the
know that people like
similarities
it,
end.
so I'm not gonna hate.
Honestly, I literally had a similar experience to Will, in that, except that mine was a friend gave me one of those gave me a CD with a bunch of Game Boy Advance games and emulator on it for my PC.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, this one looks cool." Started the first mission. You only get like 3 footmen, and that's the tutorial. I was like, "Oh, this is kind of simple. I can get behind this." This was about 3 years after I binged my way through Shining Force 1 and 2, so I
Which you
needed something new
absolutely
and
love to
tactical.
pieces.
I adore Shining Force, and I'll throw hands.
Isaac will throw hands and smash.
So that's Golden
Literally.
Sun.
Oh,
That's Golden Sun.
I'm getting them mixed up because you love them all.
Anyway, so you go through the tutorial. It's 3 dudes. It teaches you how to capture cities, how to fight. Then the second tutorial is how production works and how income works. And then after that, the game literally just dunks you in the shark tank and goes, "Go for it."
Yeah.
That and then because you're like wrestling with it and struggling with it, and it's you get hooked. And like, unlike Fire Emblem, each unit isn't a person who with their own unique stats and stuff. They are just dudes you've paid to go and kill things. So like sacrificial tactics are more valid, which is where the difference is. It's not this huge simulator full of people that will die forever if you put them in the wrong square and someone looks at them funny.
Yeah, they'll just twirl their gun before they fire.
Oh yeah, crits just spin.
Wait, 12 their guns.
Everyone is Revolver Ocelot in Advance
Yeah,
Wars.
basically.
But Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp is probably one of my favorite things that got announced this E3. It's up there with Metal Slug Tactics. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, the new Metal Slug game, which basically, for those who don't
which is
know,
also a
it's like
turn-based
Neo
grid-based
Geo's take on
strategy game.
Contra, basically.
Yeah.
Aaron, you said you had a crazy thing that you wanted to go on about, but I think we got sidetracked.
WarioWare.
Oh yes.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
very well. Get it together.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. So, you want to start talking about it? Since you brought it up.
Basically, it's kind of co-op WarioWare game.
It is co-op.
I don't really know
Yeah.
what else to say, really.
Oh, you want to bring it up?
Yeah. I
Okay.
just thought we should just get round to
Well,
it.
the thing is that from what I've noticed, that when you choose which character to play, you're not just as that character just playing the micro games. You're actually that character in the micro games, and they have different abilities, which changes how you complete the micro game to move on, which is different because normally it's like, oh, just press a button or do this thing correctly within 5 seconds. But now it's like, you've got this character's abilities. Figure out what you need to do in 5 seconds with this character's abilities in order to complete the micro game before the bomb explodes. Which is a different take of what we've had before, because it's always just as it is. I think that's about that.
Okay. There's also
Wow.
Mario Golf Super Rush.
Yeah, that was already announced
on
beforehand.
Friday.
That was already announced. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. There is there's actually a few games that I'd actually like to play. I'll start with the one that I'm on currently. It's a Strange Brigade. This one I don't know much about. I don't know anything about Strange Brigade, but I like the Egyptian theme. That's that's one thing that I do like in certain games. Another one was I might be able to get Shin.
Oh,
but-
Strange Brigade I've played before, and I can tell you about that if you'd like.
yeah, that's fair.
It is also a turn-based strategy game.
That's
It's kind of similar to XCOM. But it's also it's a bit more like kind of fantasy World War II Egypt.
yeah. I like Egypt, so I'll play. I'll willing to play any game that's an Egypt theme because you know I love Egyptian stuff. Because I mean,
Yep.
I got the answer.
I
could do
Okay.
all the dance for you then.
I'm gonna sidetrack slightly from
Okay.
Nintendo and E3. to a interview that was posted on the 5th of June, but it was made on the 5th of June, but only just released and translated, with Tekken's director, Katsuhiro Harada.
We should have talked about that during the Smash.
Yeah, we should have done, but I completely forgot, and Space has just informed me. But Tekken X Street Fighter is finally dead.
So I still folks in chat.
After 11 years of being in development hell, and is it alive, is it dead? We don't know, we can't tell you. It's officially dead.
Yep. The man of many names.
So, the man of far too many names. Which makes me sad, because I like my fighting games, and I like the fact that Akuma's in Tekken.
Yep.
And frankly, he then turned around and said, the reason Akuma is in Tekken 7 is because we had the rights to Akuma in a Tekken game, and weren't going to make Tekken cross Street Fighter anymore. So
they just stuck him in.
Yeah, and then he became the best character for like a year and a half.
And then they're like, what the hell would be in Smash?
That's basically 2 Namco reps now.
Actually, you say it. Just going back to Strange Brigade, Kazu. You say it's a turn-based strategy game. It looks more like Borderlands, like it's a shooter game.
That's probably
I might be mixing it up with something else then.
You might be mixing it up because it looks like an adventure sort of shooter.
Yes, I'm mixing it up with something else completely.
game were you
Yeah, 'cause I'm
talking
watching the
about,
trailer right now. It looks like a shooter, like Borderlands.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think I
Google
probably
said
into
it. Google said a third-person shooter.
Google
Strange
was weird.
Brigade.
I
I
believe
think it's
Google.
Rebellion as well. Rebellion, Strange Brigade. Right, that's one of the games that I would like to play. I don't know anything about Strange Brigade, so I'm going to just get it and just see what it's like. Another one I may get, but I've never even heard of the series, but I
Yeah,
may
it should
just
be on the clip,
take it up
surely.
on the offer, is Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Oh boy, okay,
go.
here we go. So, Shin Megami Tensei is the granddaddy of super tough, super bullshit RPGs.
Okay.
It is it is literally the series that Persona came from. The first Persona game was literally called Shin Megami Tensei Revelations Persona,
Right.
which then spawned the rest of the Persona series as a leeway in.
Ironically, Persona's like a spin-off.
It's
Yes,
literally the
Persona
Dark
is a
Souls
spin-off.
Persona.
Persona is a SMT spin-off. So SMT5 we've been waiting on for years. It's not literally the Dark Souls of Persona. Get that out of here. This stuff was around before Dark Souls even existed.
Which is ironic because everyone was waiting for ages for Persona 5 as well. So all the 5 games were...
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean,
We also need to. I also need to inform you that Catherine is technically a Shin Megami Tensei game. It's set in the same universe as Persona and SMT. Yes, Catherine is in that puzzle game.
Oh,
with
that
the
puzzle
guy-
game with the sheep and the demons and shit.
Yeah.
Yes, that's Catherine is canonically a Persona game
I was wondering why the graphical style was quite similar.
because it's the same universe. You can meet
Not
the
noticed.
guy Protag in a bar in P5, if I recall. He appears as a background NPC you can talk to.
Need to play
Yeah.
again.
I just really like the look of that game. I think I might just
I
get
mean,
it just because it just
Ca-
looks
Cath-
so cool.
SMT5 will kick your ass, do it again, and then when you think you're doing okay, crit you and do it again. I've been playing the remaster of SMT3, and Reese can 100% confirm this in chat. I've been playing because SMT games are renowned for being difficult, like evil difficult, usually with no option to make things easier, only harder. So the normal difficulty is batshit insane. SMT4 is the same. That's the current game. That's on 3DS. Give it a go. Honestly, that game will kick your ass 3 ways to Sunday.
This is difficult. So why do they make it so damn difficult then?
Because that's part of that's SMT. It's just SMT's thing.
It's Japan.
That's its niche.
Right.
Also, it's just Japan. Shrug emoji.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
Yeah, the games they develop are too hard for us. Look what happened to Mega Man 2. We got normal.
What about the secret bosses?
So
And my brother still.
So
they
SMT5 is going to be that same level of drag your ass through the mud and then slam your face into it afterwards. Batshit hard.
We'll still think about that though. I haven't confirmed that I will get it. It just looks cool. That's all.
It's the SMT series is very big on mechanics around recruiting demons to your party through talking in the middle of a fight, fusing demons together to make more powerful demons with different skills.
Undertale.
Grinding, and more grinding. I hope you're ready to hear grinding because you're going to be doing some more grinding.
Genocidal rampage.
Grindstone Fest.
There is never a set like there's no good or evil in SMT games. It's all awkward or morally grey or just like why. And it's gonna kick your ass. I should bring this up again.
But, just to reiterate, in case you haven't loaded it out.
In case you've not figured it out yet.
I think we get the point. Right.
So, Kapandaman, you got any news? Or should we keep going
say my last
down the list?
Never mind. I'll say it in a minute.
Yeah, sorry.
About what? About this?
I think he's just here for the ride.
He's just vibing.
I'm vibing.
Yes,
when you mention something, I want to jump in. And don't worry about you here.
Fair. Sorry.
Yeah,
Go on.
I was gonna say, you can just say any other games that you might fancy in the E3 and Nintendo Direct, or any other E3 games that you've seen.
I think
if not, I'll just say the last one that I say last one. It's like second to last, but you know what the last one is, Sean.
Yep.
Anyway, I haven't been introduced to it, but I might actually try the rest of the games before trying this one out. Fatal Frame, Maiden of Blackwater.
That's the next one of the Fatal Frame / Project Zero series.
Yeah.
Number 5.
So that looks damn cool. That looks like a really scary game. I think I like horror games. I don't like thriller games, but I like horror games.
Wait, just remembered, it's not a new one. It's actually a re-release or port or remake of the one that came out for Wii U. Had to remember that. I just don't know if it will have the DLC costumes.
I might just get it and then just stream it blind, sort of thing, on a Halloween thing. Not obviously this year, but maybe on next year.
Yeah, because you want to do Manhunt this year.
I want to do Manhunt this year, Halloween. Yeah,
I want to do that.
Shadow Man 2, yeah.
Because I did that.
I
still doing
want
the
to finish that.
remaster of that. Oh, hello there.
Resident Evil 2.
We've just got cases at the ready now.
I don't have anything. I'm different locations, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what my last one is, so we'll obviously get to that later, but that's just me done for the time being. I just want to see Fatal Frame. I want to do it blind so you can see me shit scared on camera. There you go. And speaking of camera, it's Fatal Frame, so you're taking photos of ghosts. So there you go. Unintended.
I will say something. That's something else.
Go on then.
That I just looked at. Hyrule Age of Calamity DLC that's recently just come out.
I think Zelda's the last one.
Oh, yeah.
Zelda is the last one. Unless someone wants to pipe up before Zelda.
Why does Zelda get the Master Cycle Zero? That's Link's Divine Beast. Excuse me, madam, who is also the goddess reincarnated? Why does Link just get a sword and that's it?
Link only gets it though because he's done the Master Trials. That's the only reason he gets it. Zelda's getting it because she's technically the goddess reincarnate, like you just said.
Yeah, but
that's why she's Link's
Divine Beast.
Well, here's the thing,
but technically, she can wield anything that Link can carry because Link obviously has one part of Triforce, so does Zelda. So technically, it's part of the same sort of thing. So it makes sense.
It's actually making me want to buy it.
She can wield the Master Sword. She can hold the Master Sword. She can use the Master Cycle. Makes sense. There you go. Done.
I don't think she'd be able to wield it though.
Haven't go on then.
She holds it. She took it to the shrine.
I already know this, but Age of Calamity breaks continuity.
That's
yeah, I know it does.
Shush. That's spoilers, man.
Don't spoil it.
Well, don't spoil it, because I have not picked this up. I haven't played it.
It's classed as a spin-off.
I think they were whips, weren't they? They're basically just arms of a guardian, aren't they?
No, they're like they are nunchucks of guardian legs, I think it is. Yeah,
that's what I just said.
It's actual nunchucks.
How does one weapon break continuity, even if it's like I don't understand if suddenly the master nunchucks.
No, but no. What he was meaning about continuity is the plot of the game, but that's spoiler territory we're trying to avoid.
They're actually calling the weapon the prototype ancient gear costume for Link and the prototype ancient sword.
Oh yeah, I've heard that there's a nightmare difficulty.
Oh god!
I mean, I guess that makes sense being included in the DLC.
Apocalyptic
difficulty. That's right.
Yeah, apocalyptic. It makes sense that's a part of the DLC, considering that Breath of the Wild did that as well, and it is substantially different. And considering the size of the game, makes sense. But it's like, oof. It's
the only thing that they changed was get rid of the red enemies and add a gold variant.
They did more than
Oh
that.
god.
Frankly, Breath of the Wild 2 should remove weapon durability.
Oh yeah.
I don't even.
That is the single most infuriating mechanic in the entire game.
And the one inspired it is probably Skyward Sword. In fact, Skyward Sword inspired a lot of things in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah,
only
like
the
stamina.
shields
Yeah.
breaking.
No,
The shields. You got the stamina wheel.
Yep.
And you got a few other things like
climbing.
I don't know what.
On walls. I think.
Climbing.
No,
climbing.
no,
Yeah.
that
No,
was
you didn't do.
time.
No, you didn't do climbing. In
Oh, you mean just climbing anywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like one of the major gimmicks.
What? No,
Little
Tommy said.
bowling.
No, he meant
No.
climbing on any wall.
Where did that
No,
come from?
It got
Breath of the
introduced
Wild.
in
It was one
Skyward
of the main
Sword.
gimmicks.
Not in
Yeah.
Skyward Sword. You can't climb
Breath
on
of
everything
the
in Skyward
Wild.
Sword.
I
said.
actually meant like climbing everywhere in Skyward Sword.
Oh, you
No, you
couldn't
can only
climb
climb on
everywhere. You
certain
could only
walls.
like do a little wall
No.
climb, like in Prince of Persia.
Yeah,
it's
Prince of
not
Persia is
like you
probably
can
what
just
you
go straight up a wall. Because that was like one of the main gimmicks of I thought that's
Before we get down the Legend of Zelda rabbit hole any further, to the point we're going to end up in like, I don't know, Australia.
Wonderland.
To the depths of where Ganon is.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah,
do we have any
stop
other
that,
news
stop.
to cover
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
from E3
I
or anything?
I can't think of anything.
Did you want to say something,
Like-
Kazu? Because there's a few games
Yeah.
that you thought.
There's Well, I kind of want to bring up the fact that Resident Evil Chapter for Dead by Daylight is now out.
Yes, that is a thing.
Oh, there's a reason why I never mentioned that, because it's like, we already knew about that, but now it's actually out, not in the PTB. So you have to pay for it.
Yes. There is also a thing. If you log on to Dead by Daylight between, obviously, 2 days ago until like a certain date, I can't remember the exact date, but if you do it within the week, then you get 300k blood points.
blood points for free.
300,000, yeah.
I claim
They've also disabled the new map because
the new map is broken. It keeps crashing the game.
It breaks the
It
game.
breaks upon
actually,
load. That's great
they've
stuff
also-
that you pay
yeah.
for.
Breaks upon load, and they also have re-enabled the Thompson House, so you can go see that now. So yeah.
Maps have never been paid for in Dead by Daylight.
Oh no! Yeah, what am I thinking?
no,
It's just because
they
became
re-enabled
alongside
it because
the
they had to
update,
fix it.
The DLC.
They had to disable certain maps from Cold Bloom
Because
Farm
anyone
because
could
it
have
was
it, and then they could have the
collision
thing to go
difficult.
force it.
Yeah, because they were remaking them, and then the collision faults
Yeah,
and stuff. so they had to
Raccoon
refresh.
City PD is currently disabled because it crashes games on both PC and PS4.
You're in Raccoon
on all
City.
platforms.
It's a zombie abyss. It's dangerous to go alone. Take
Oh,
this.
take this.
What about that Zelda Game & Watch though?
There is.
I don't think Kieran was done with talking about other non-Zelda stuff.
Hey, Let's
I'm
probably
just-
speak.
Well, I was
Right,
going to mention that.
My brain is like, what else have I missed?
There is some more games that you really
There is.
liked. There was like a war game or something like that, Kazu.
I think he talked about that, right?
Like a
I
2D,
mean-
2D sort of. I don't know.
I've already talked about Metal Slug. I've already talked
That's the
about...
one.
Yeah, I spoke about Metal Slug Tactics. I mentioned that earlier. We've already talked about Advance Wars 1, 2
Shin
Reboot
Megami
Camp.
Tensei 5.
We've
Advance
spoke
Wars.
about SMT5. We've
I've been
spoken
going
about...
down the list myself, and I don't think we missed anything.
We're trying to
substantial.
we're trying to delay it
have one.
as best we can because there's the really big one.
I have one.
We talked about rabbits.
Not rabbits.
Stop
have a
talking
look
to me
at
about
this
the
one.
rabbits. I hate the rabbits.
There is another
You
one
got-
from Sony.
Danganronpa. You've still about Danganronpa.
Dangin, what's it?
Doki Doki
Doom
Literature
Eternal:
Club.
The Ancient Gods Part
Not
1.
recently.
Tony Hawk
No
Pro
worries,
Skater
Reese.
1 and 2.
Venom,
Rabbids. Yep. Advance Wars.
The Dragon Ball Z Kakarot for
This is
Nintendo.
all Zelda stuff. Yeah. Towards
Oh
the end.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Life
that's
is
the
Strange.
thing.
Yes.
Life is Strange is getting another game.
The remastered collection.
it's
coming up
and
for
they're
all of them
remastering
and a
1
new
and
one.
2. Yeah, they're remastering 1 and 2 and then doing a new one.
Yeah, so that's. I think that's everything. Apart from
We
the
still
odd
haven't
little games here and
fully
there.
talked about Zelda.
There
Well,
is
we've
one
got 10
more.
minutes left. But we're just trying to cover everything else before we get into that rabbit
Just Dance 2022. Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Cruise and Blast.
We all know that's coming.
Dragon
Ball.
Ball. Dragon
Yeah.
Ball Z Kakarot. A new
Yes.
Power Awakens set.
Oh yeah, the Dragon Ball Z storyline game.
I think
Oh, yeah. The new DLC for that lets you play as Trunks and Gohan from the future. The androids win.
So other than that, we've
There is
already
one
talked
more.
about
God
the.
damn it!
Yeah.
There's one more
Then
apart from this
say
one.
it. Say it.
Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh yeah,
Put on
we
your
mentioned
players.
that the other day.
Yeah,
we
because
mentioned that
sorry.
last week because that was that was PlayStation. But
Yeah,
feel free to
I
bring it up
wasn't here.
again. No, it's fine.
I think
it is just Zelda.
Yeah, apart from the big one, we've actually talked about Skyward Sword HD, which is pretty much everything we needed to talk about in the last.
Yeah.
Don't forget the controversy that is you can't use the fly at any time button unless you use the amiibo.
Yeah,
about
I
that in
actually
great
have
detail.
pre-ordered not only the game, I've pre-ordered the Joy-Cons and the amiibo. Unfortunately, it came to about a whopping 140 quid.
Oh,
142.
What?
Yeah, that's 140 quid. And you also get a keyring as well as the steelbook case. Apparently, you get a little Skyward Sword keyring as well, along with the game, as well as obviously the steelbook that I talked about.
Will
I can't fly.
This is on the Nintendo official website, by the way. The shop.
I'm annoyed by that now.
Yeah. Will, since we're on the topic of Skyward Sword, you want to mention something in particular?
I know what you want me to mention, but I'm not going to mention it because screw everyone in chat right now. I will. So first of all, my avatar's stopped working.
Oh.
So ignore the fact I'm now looking
into people's
away.
souls.
I didn't actually notice until you mentioned it.
Actually, your eyes are blinking, but that's about it.
No, I think that's automatic.
Is the tracking stopped? So first of all, I'm going to buy this amiibo now. Oh, it's out of stock. Never mind. So yeah. So I was considering doing this whole thing where I was just going to stream or record myself going through every Zelda game, and the more I looked into it, the more I thought I was going to end up hating myself doing it because I don't know how I'm going to do it. It's because I have to go through every single timeline and stuff. But I was going to mention the pre-order thing though. The whole because certain stores offer you a steelbook and a keyring, and a store that I bought from offers you a shirt.
Ooh,
so I bought a shirt.
That's like what happened when I got Breath of the Wild. I got the Sugar Slate shirt.
Yeah, so I've got a shirt that I don't know will fit me. So it might be too big. I don't know, but yeah,
sure, you can choose sizes, can't you? I'm pretty sure.
No,
just
no,
come in
it's
one large,
officially it's just a large.
It's just a large average,
Yeah.
Average
Yeah, but
size.
that's not a packing bonus, I don't think. That was
I did also
else
mention
about
in
what?
this just in on the other day actually. Someone sent me a link to a video at least saying that yes, in the UK you'll get a steelbook if you pre-order it in Amazon. I actually did it on the official Nintendo website. You not only get a steelbook and a keyring, but in America you get GameStop. I think it's GameStop. They get a poster. That's all they get.
I don't know why they keep changing it because
I
it's
actually
like,
want that
I'm going to pre-order
poster.
it from everywhere, get 3 copies of the game, but it's just so I get all the bonus stuff.
I actually want the poster to be fair because I can hang out from my wall.
It'll probably
mean, you
become
could get
available
those,
on my Nintendo.
Yeah, I'll probably get that when it comes out eventually. I'll keep researching because I want that poster.
Anyway, since we're coming close with only 7 minutes remaining, Aaron's been trying to get into the final stuff in Zelda.
Zelda Game & Watch, where you have the original Link's Awakening, Zelda 2, the side-scrolling game, and the original Zelda.
Yeah.
As well as
one more game. One more game.
Yeah, but you also got the clock, which it looks like you can actually play it, whereas on Mario you can just press a button and something happens.
Yeah, Mario got shot.
You can actually play it.
They've also got this hammer game.
Yeah, he just said
yeah,
Vermin.
that's Vermin. She said
Oh, that's Vermin. Okay.
Yeah, it's a reskin Vermin, because like with the Mario one, you have Ball, but you can change it to either Mario or Luigi's face. Which the Mario one was actually modelled after Ball, so that's kind of interesting. That, but yeah, I think it's the same price as the Mario one, but it to me it's got more value than the Mario one. For one thing, you can also save your progress because it's Zelda, and yeah, I'm probably going to pick it up. I've still got to find my old ones, but you know,
60 quid though for like
the
just a little Game & Watch. I think a bit expensive for that.
Remember back in the day when they're LEDs and it was just like, and it's just like that was like 50 quid back in the day.
Yeah.
So I mean, here you're getting like 3 actual full games as well as an original Game & Watch game, and it's also like obviously a nice little collectible, and it's worth. It's still got a clock on there, but you can also interact with the clock, whereas last time it would just continuously run until you press start. So, I don't know. It's something that I would get, and it goes with the collection of my dad's old Game Watches that I can't find.
It is £50 on Games website.
What about what we saw in the Breath of the Wild sequel, which just still has no title?
Yeah.
We are just about to get to the Breath of the Wild sequel.
Yes.
Something about the hand powers. It's like it's got improved Sheikah Slate powers, because it showed that you can, instead of freezing stuff in time, you can rewind it.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, it's good. Yeah.
Some say I thought it was a gauntlet at first, but some arts that I've seen says it's actually been corrupted by Ganon.
You say that, but actually in the original sort of teaser trailer, it looks like it bonds with Link. So you see this hand, and as you see him like skydiving, yes, it's like I swear to God, they remade Skyward Sword just to show off the fact that you got this teaser into it's like Breath of the Wild 2 beta. I swear to God, it's like skydiving in the second game. Anyway, you got this hand, and I believe it not only obviously uses Sheikah Slate powers, but I think it also uses the Triforce of Courage, because it has a yellow glow and not like the usual blue-green sort of hint. I've seen that. Unless the gold is just for the stasis bit. I don't know.
It's not really a blue, though.
It's more literally a corruption.
Because what was it that was theorized quite a lot? Something called the Zonai in Breath of the Wild 1. I don't even know what these are, but apparently they're like super ancient that introduced the technology to the Sheikah, and the Sheikah's an imitation of that.
Okay, sure. Think of the Atlanteans, but in in Zelda.
It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Same thing. Really.
But I haven't actually heard of the Zonai mentioned in Breath of the Wild. That just seems to be a name that was given to these things.
The
you'd think that I would know, but
in Zelda, yeah.
So I'm like a Zelda nerd, but I don't know.
Well, I think the tracker might be working again.
You can liquefy a wall, go through it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, because you kind of go straight through a platform.
That's not liquefying it. That's you phasing through it.
Oh yeah,
it had a watery effect. Yeah, he distilled himself. Yeah, because that's how you distilled. Because that's
well, I mean, considering the fact he was skydiving, it looked like with the rewinding time. I think you can rewind time, not only skydiving, but you can actually fall back to the sky. I think that's how it works. I don't know.
Well, in the trailer,
I mean, if you turn back time, it doesn't matter where you are going. It goes back to where you were.
Yeah,
just because where you were, you break physics. Time and physics have a wibbly wobbly time.
If you're falling and you stop time and you get to the floor, you're still going to feel the after repercussions after that.
Is this going to be some sort of Skyward Sword thing, Ocarina of Time thing, where it just breaks time?
No, I feel like it'll be something similar.
Breath of the Wild is a sequel. It's a prequel.
When you try to get to Var Meadow, I think the bird guardian thing, you use the hand glider and you rise back up.
Yeah, that's for the updrafts. That's updrafts.
Yeah, you could just do that to get to the other islands.
It could literally just be.
What are the islands anyway? Because I assume that because we've seen in both trailers now that Hyrule Castle itself gets raised into the air. I assume that Hyrule itself's being ripped apart and parts of the world are just all over the place, and that's basically our new map.
Well, I feel
sure. It's either that, or it's like the islands from Skyward Sword, sort of, because there's a cloud barrier. Like the dragons go up to the clouds and they disappear. I think it's the cloud barrier being broken for good, and then the islands are being revealed. Perhaps that was another theory.
Thinking of that because in the first Breath of the Wild, you have like a bit of everything. You have the Rito as well as the Zora.
Yeah, which is also theorized.
And Ganons.
Because they were supposed to evolve into the Rito. Yeah, that's what happens in the Wind Waker with the Great Flood.
Yeah, Ritos are descent. No,
but they also someone also theorized. I don't know if it's Celtic, Hyrule Gamer, or someone else like Monster Maze or something like that. There are all these theorizers, right? They also said that the not Skyloftians, the Loft Wings, that's the one involved into the new Rito that we see.
I'm gonna have to sneak in and kick everyone in the shins and inform you that it is nearly time.
Yeah. So let's wrap up that thought.
Yeah.
Or not.
No. So I'm just gonna go back over the schedule again, dingus.
I meant like SuperLINKARIO finish her thought, but
I thought by wrapping it up, you just meant stop.
That's why I was silent. I was just like, "What's going on?"
Okay, there's a theory going on up there. I mean, you compare the Rito from Wind Waker to Breath of the Wild. In Wind Waker, they look more human-like, obviously, because there were Zoras evolved into the Rito, whereas in Breath of the Wild, they look more bird-like. So the theory is that the Loftwings actually evolved into the new Rito that we see. That's how you still get the Zora and the Rito in the same game. So
I have another theory, because you have like the beast-like Zoras, because they look completely different in another timeline, but the old ones do technically exist. So it's like, I think it was that other half of the Zoras that became the Rito. Because, I mean, how come the Zoras can't survive when the whole world is ocean? That's basically their survivability. So why do they become birds? That's what I don't get. Maybe they can't survive in salty water, but then again, they can in Majora's Mask, so I don't bloody know.
Yeah, so there's lots of theories out there about from all the way from Skyward Sword all the way to Breath of the Wild.
I just want to be able to surf on my pot lid without it breaking every 30 seconds. Awesome. I just want to pot surf. Let me pot surf and not have to worry about going.
Someone's going to have to get like an actual motorboat going, and then you can
I've just had a really cool thought. With the new amiibo, with the Zelda and Loftwing amiibo, is it possible, like the Wolf-Link and Midna amiibo, you have Wolf-Link as a companion? Is it possible you can have a Loftwing in Breath of the Wild too?
No.
I don't know, because you can't assign health to it. You can assign your own health depending on how you get through Cave of Shadows.
I know, but would that be a thing if they added DLC to that game? That would be awesome. You can actually use a Loftwing, but then it wouldn't be canon. But then again, Wolf-Link is sort of canon, but then I don't know.
The thing is, DLC for an amiibo that is rare would be a really bad decision, because not everyone can get the amiibo to play the DLC that they have to pay for Skyward Sword, so that'd be pretty bad.
I don't know. I think they should implement it, because it actually uses lots of
Twilight Princess up there. It could come packaged with it.
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't know. They haven't done any kind of pickup.
Would be pretty cool.
They haven't done really any package, because that was part of the controversy.
So to wrap it up, before you guys go down another 3-hour lore dump,
we're not going to go anymore. I think that was the end of that.
Should John do outro, because he's streaming? So
I'm just going to recap the schedule, and then leave it to Sean to choose.
Yeah, fair.
So once again, don't forget, we're everything at 8 PM BST, because we're simple and having different starting times makes our brain hurt. Wednesday we have Pixelmon on the Obscuros server, and on Friday we are playing Totally Accurate Battlegrounds,
also known as TAP.
and also known as TAP. Sean, you're up.
Yep, and with that, I think we're going to be wrapping up. So that was me with Master Aaron, Kazu, Kapandaman, SuperLINKARIO, and the Wilfons of the Nerdherd, and we'll see you guys for the next one. Please check out the Nightbot for the codes that you can type in chat. Our archive channel is right here, so that'll be here as well for easy reference.
I just did that. I did the Twitter as well. There you go.
There we are. Okay.
I was doing that.
I missed it because it was all scrolling. But anyways, yep, and we'll see you whenever. And if we individually go live as well, keep an eye on social media and Discords as well for when we next go live.
I think this channel also hosts whoever's live as well.
I'll have to check that. I'll have to check to see if it's got.
I think I set it up actually, to be honest.
Oh, I'll let you handle that.
Not for me.
Yep. So with that, we will see you guys next time.
Goodbye.
Laters.
See ya.